Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name's Alex and you are watching BC Adventure. Today we're going to be looking at getting Invoice Ninja set up on Unraid, self-hosted, and we're going to make it publicly accessible through a reverse proxy. Now the reason I'm doing this tutorial is because it was a community request and one that actually I hold close to me because I use Invoice Ninja for my home business and have since 2021. While I may not host it on Unraid for myself, I do use it through my web host, and I'm going to leave an affiliate link down below. And the reason I'm going to do that for my web host is because Invoice Ninja makes the most sense if it's publicly accessible to your clients. One of the amazing features that it has built into it is a client dashboard where they can go in and pay their own invoices, approve estimates, and just view all their previous invoices that they've had with you. It is an absolute bulletproof tool, and I swear by it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been using it for the last 5 years. But yeah, it's super simple to get set up. It integrates with a lot of payment processors such as Stripe and PayPal. It does accept Apple Pay if that's something that you care about or your customers care about, because at the end of the day, you want to make it so that your customers have any which way to pay you, and some prefer other payment methods over others. So it's really nice that Invoice Ninja has implemented Apple Pay. Now, what I'm going to be showing you today is how to get it installed and how to get it set up. What you do with it past that, you're going to have to do on your own, because the setup process for things like payment processing and all that they're very intimate details that only you and your payment processor should have. There's also things like setting up your SMTP email service so that you can email your customers and what have you. But nonetheless, I'm going to walk you through on getting Invoice Ninja set up, setting up the SQL database that it requires, and getting it internet facing, because like I said, it doesn't make sense to have it hidden on your local network. It makes it pretty useless if you're not making it accessible to your customers. So, but you can, if that's the way you want to do it, if you just want to track finances or whatever. Yeah, making it publicly faceable or accessible is the way to go when using an invoicing software, especially self-hosted. So without further ado, let's jump right into getting this set up. All right, so to get started, we need to head on over to our Apps tab inside of Unraid, and we are going to search for Invoice Ninja. Now we have two here. Now this is the one that I use on my web host, and it is tried, true, and tested. I have had absolutely zero issues with it. So let's click on install. Now right off the bat, if we scroll down here, we need to set up a database here. So it's asking for MySql. So let's head back over to our Apps tab, and we are going to search for MySql. And I'm just going to use the official Docker container here. And database name, we're going to call it, you know what, I'll just make it easy. We'll just call it Ninja. The user is going to be Ninja. And then the password for example purposes is going to be Ninja. Now, obviously, you want to make this something a hell of a lot more secure than what I'm showing. And that is pretty much it for getting the MySqL server set up. So we'll go ahead and click Apply. And it's going to go ahead and download the SQL Server data files. And then once this is done, we'll jump right back into the tutorial. Okay, so MySqL is all ready to go. And while that was doing its thing, I went ahead and I created a subdomain on my arcserver.ca domain. So I have a publicly accessible domain ready to go. So I'm just going to search back here for Invoice Ninja. And I'm going to select the black and white version with the black background, the white envelope. That's not version 5, and I'm going to install. And here we do need to set up a couple things. So it wants to use port 9000. I don't have any conflicts for that. The HTTPS I am going to set to true because it is going to be publicly accessible. And so our initial username, so this is going to be an email address. This is to get logged into the system. So in this case, I'm going to set it to, I'm just going to use a fake email. So I'm going to use ninja@ninja.com. And I'm going to use a super secret password of password1. The app URL, this is going to be the domain that I created for it. So it's going to be https://ninja.arcserver.ca. And then the app key, which I don't think you need to do anything with this. We can just put in a random string. Database type is MySqL, and the host is going to be 192.168.1.121, and I believe it's 3306. Let me just double check that because I have a poor memory. MySqL 3306. Okay. And what else do we need to set here? App key's fine. Database. Ninja. Yeah, that's everything that I set. And from here, I'm just going to double check again. Yeah, we're good on that end. So from here, we're just going to click apply. And it's going to go ahead and download the Invoice Ninja application from the Docker repository. Now, just so I'm completely transparent, I have never installed Invoice Ninja on Unraid before, so this is a first for me. And you are getting to witness all of it in its glory. So if something messes up, well, then I guess we work through it. If I can't work through it, then, well, I guess I scrap this video. But if you're watching this video, then I guess we work through it. Hopefully there's no problems, though. That's what I'm hoping for. So this should take a couple of minutes. It's about a, 800, 900, almost a gig, I believe. Docker container. So we're going to go ahead, let it do its thing, and then as soon as it's done, we'll jump right back into it. Actually, just really quickly while this is doing its thing, the reason why you're not seeing me do the full screen intro as I normally do is because when I fell back in December, I had a significant fall where I took out both my knees, my left hip, my left arm, and I smashed my face off the ground when I fell. I ended up knocking one of my front teeth out. And someone had made a comment that I looked like a crackhead, and I just got super self-conscious about it. You know, 99.9% of you know I don't use drugs or drink or anything like that. So, but nonetheless, it did have an effect on me and how I view myself currently until that tooth is getting fixed, which hopefully it is next week. But because of the way that it broke, it looks like I am going to have to get an implant in there. And it's just not recoverable from the dentist point of view. And I am getting a second opinion as well. But for the most part, I do believe that it does need to be pulled out and replaced with an implant. So I'm working on that next week. But anyways, looks like we're done here. Command finished successfully. So we'll go ahead and click done. And as per usual, we're going to head on over to the Docker tab. And see, there was some kind of problem. Let's check the logs. Okay, so it did not like the 3306. So we'll go back. We will edit. And I'm going to change this to localhost 3306. See if that makes a difference. Go back. Oh, look at that. Give me my log screen. MySql state connection refused. Why did it refuse? Okay, turned itself off again. Okay, edit. Let's remove 3306. Like I said, I have not installed this before. No such file or directory. Okay. Let's see what MySql says. Okay. So it looks like it should be working. Let's just go. Let's just see if that works. All right, so that worked. See, I'm really glad that I leave the mistakes in because, you know, if I had just eliminated that, you know, who knows if someone else who was trying to get this set up would run into the same problem and then just give up or, you know, get mad at the tutorial. This is why I always leave my mistakes in. It is so important to me that the community sees me mess up and work through it. And as many of you probably have realized over the last year, I don't script a damn thing for this channel. Everything I do is off the cusp. I learn as I go for the most part. Sometimes I deploy something and then just to kind of get a feel for it and then do the demonstration or tutorial. But I don't like leaving out the mistakes I make because it's really important that everyone else sees that mistakes are going to happen, problems will occur, and it's not the end of the world. You don't need to give up. There's always going to be a solution that maybe you just weren't thinking of to begin with. And that's why I personally love leaving in all my mistakes. So yeah, hate it or love it, it's the way I enjoy doing it because I want you all to know that it's not the end of the world if a mistake is made. There's always a way to work through it or power through it. And, you know, I make a lot of mistakes, not only in life, but with technology. So, and that's where my mantra came from. Tech isn't perfect and neither am I. So don't get discouraged if you make a mistake. It's totally fine. We'll always work through it. Now, with that being said and done, let's close out of this. And I need to open up my proxy manager. And I'm just going to get logged in here. All right, we're logged in. I'm going to go to my proxy host here. And if you're wondering if Arc server is still up and running, it 100% is. And yeah, it's up and running. So as I said previously, if anyone would like an email address on the Arc server, let me know. You can jump into the Discord and send me a message, or you can go to the contact page on my YouTube channel and send me an email, and I will get you set up with an arcserver.ca email address. Anyways, I'm going off the rails here. So I'm going to add a proxy host, and this is going to be for ninja.arcserver.ca. Come on, Alex, spell right. Yeah, ninja.arcserver.ca. This is an HTTPS scheme, 192.168.1.121, and the port is 9000. I'm going to go to SSL. We're going to request a new SSL. We're going to force SSL, HTTP2 support, And I agree and save. Now, sometimes setting HTTPS in the reverse proxy doesn't always work for some reason. So if that doesn't work, what we're going to do is we're going to change it back to HTTP. However, the Invoice Ninja server knows that it is supposed to be using HTTPS, so it should implement it at that time. Now, let's go back to our Docker. We'll find our Invoice Ninja, wherever it's hidden at. Where'd it go? There it is. Open our web UI. No, so it didn't like that. So we will go to ninja.arcserver.ca. Bad gateway. Okay, let's edit. We will set it back to HTTP. Save. We'll remove the HTTPS. Nope. Okay. Edit. Ninja.arcserver.ca. Okay. All right, it is not liking that. Let's go back to our Invoice Ninja. And then just out of curiosity, let's set this to false. Go back, we will edit this guy. Turn off force. Yeah. Okay. Ninja.arcserver.ca. Yeah, that's right. Go to refresh. Nope. Oh, it's still doing... Okay. So it is not liking this. Let's head over to my other host here. Domain. Got my DNS. Ninja.arcserver.ca. Okay. All right. Well, for some reason, it is not liking this. Oh, hold up. I think I know what I did. Need to edit this. And I am just going to remove this schema from the beginning and apply. See if that makes a difference. And for giggles, let's look at the logs. Okay. Oh, still bad gateway. Well then. I don't know what its issue is. It is running port 9000. Okay, let's edit. And let's change the URL to 121.9000. We'll apply that. Let's see if that makes a difference here. No, it is absolutely not liking it. I wonder why. Yeah, not working. Okay, let's check the logs again. Invalid URI, schema is malformed. Okay, let's go back and we will add HTTP. Nothing to migrate. Okay, there we go. Did more stuffs this time. I can see it is utilizing RAM and the CPU. But it's not loading. Let's go back to the logs. Okay. Running without any HTTP authentication, checking. Okay. Okay, it says it's ready to handle connections, but it's not ready to handle connections. Weird. Okay. Well, what if we just do, why don't we try Ninja again? Nope, bad gateway. No. Well, it doesn't appear to like this. Yeah, 9,000. Nope, doesn't like it. Okay, is there anything that I've missed in here? 9,000, production. MySql. Ninja. Okay, don't need any of that. Okay, well, let's try setting this to true again. Maybe that's what its issue is. I highly doubt it, but always something with these things, eh? Okay, production setup complete. It's not. Okay, IP import 9000. So yeah, it should theoretically work. No, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. Oh, do I need to set that schema again? Yeah, I probably do. So many start and stops. Well, cannot connect to the server. Okay, maybe this instance isn't a great one, because it should not be giving us this many issues. Yeah, it is. Okay, it just is not like this. Yeah, bad gateway. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's just kill this. We'll remove that. Okay, that's gone. We're going to go into MySqL and edit. And I am going to do a Ninja 1, and database password. We will do Ninja 1 and apply. Okay, we'll go ahead and check the logs on this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go back to apps here. And we will do Invoice Ninja again, and we will install version 5. Database host, port, Ninja 1, and Ninja 1. So the app URL, and what port is it using? No port, main encryption. 8,000. I think I might have 8,000 being used. Yes, I do. Okay, so we need to change that. Wait, did I have port 9,000? No. No, I did not. Okay, so 8,000's used, so I'm just going to set this to 9,000. HTTPS port is 8443. Well, for continuity, I am going to set it to 9443. And okay. I'm going to leave all that the way it is. Okay, so this is the, I'm just going to do ninja at ninja.com. And the password is password 1. And we're going to go ahead and click apply. Now, not the ideal way of getting this deployed, but we are going to wait until this is done and then we'll jump right back into it. All right, so that one's all done. Let's go ahead and see how this fails. Where'd you go? Yeah, it stopped. View the logs. Invalid URI. Okay. Okay, so let's see where we've gone wrong. Did not set the IP address. And then what ports did I select? 9,000. Okay, let's try that again. Check the logs. And she died. Oh. Okay, it did not like the way I created that user, so we're just going to go ahead and remove SQL. We're going to go back to the Apps tab, and actually first going to go to Plugins, and I am going to clear all that nonsense. Go back to Apps and MySql, and we're going to install. Random root password. Okay. So Ninja 1, Ninja 1, Ninja 1. And apply. Not ideal, but I am not the best with databases. So we'll let this do its thing, and then shouldn't have to change anything inside of the Invoice Ninja version 5. It should just work now because I did set the credentials to the exact same, but it's starting with a fresh database. This needs to work its extracting magic. Come on, do your thing. All right, should be finished up. Done, Docker. And we'll check the logs. Good to go, ready for startup. Even though I've already checked it, going to check it again. Ninja 1, and just in case, Ninja 1. Apply. And log. All right, doing its thing. So that worked. Load your life away. All right, so it looks like it's doing a lot more than the other one did. Okay, so we're going to close out of this, go to Done. Going to Web UI. Oh, look at that.
I'm in.
Up and running. So this is port 9443. So we're going to go back to our proxy manager. Go to my proxy host, Ninja. Oh, well, look at that. Okay, but just for good measure, I'm going to change this to 9443. We're going to set the scheme to HTTPS and save. Ninja. Bam. Perfect. All right, let's get logged in. Ninja@ninja.com. And the password 1, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay, so to get started with Invoice Ninja, we need to put in our company name. I'm going to call this Invoice Ninja. Language, English, and in my case, I am Canadian. So we need to put in our Canadian ruples and save. Now here you'll have your company name and your sign in. And first thing we need to do is go to settings. And here is where you're going to have all your company details. And then if we scroll down, we have our our payment links. And here is where we would, oh no, that's not it. Where is our payment settings? There we go. So this is where we would install or set up a gateway. And thankfully it does have a number of the most commonly used payment gateways. Now, my all-time favorite is Stripe. Stripe is one of the best in my opinion. They've got the lowest fees. They're a little confusing to get set up. I do admit that when you create a new merchant account with them. But lowest fees out there. My apologies, I have to keep stopping to cough because I have a really dry throat right now. So yeah, Stripe is my number one. PayPal, I'm just going to flat out say it. I hate PayPal with a passion. They are so ridiculous with their fees and their chargeback nonsense. They'll freeze your account if some scammer decides that they don't want to pay for equipment or something along those lines, which I have experienced personally. And Square, I don't have any real beef with Square. They are what I started out with, but because I had like the little payment terminal thing connected to my iPhone. But I do not recommend them. If you're in a pinch and you just need a debit terminal, Square is definitely the easy way to go. Stripe does offer payment terminals, but you need to know how to set them up as they don't offer any software for it. So with Stripe, what they do is they send you a terminal and then you have to write your own software for it. So if you're not familiar with writing software, do not get a payment terminal through them. Square would be the way to go in that case. But for invoice payments through your website, Stripe is 100% the way to go. Also, Authorize.net, they're really good, but you need to have flawless credit in order to utilize their services. And I believe they charge a setup fee, but that might have been back in the day when I got started in business back in 2008. They did charge like a $50 or $100 fee. And then you needed to have immaculate credit with them as well. But Stripe is really good. I do thoroughly enjoy them. And the rest is going to be how you want to set it up. Now, if you do want to use emails for your invoices, you will need to jump into the container and you are going to have to set up your SMTP information here. So if that's what you'd like to do, which obviously makes this a lot more functional, you'll need to go ahead and do that. And then you can set up your email reminders and such for overdue invoices. You can send new account username and passwords to your clients. Invoice Ninja is extremely powerful. You just need to take the time to go through it and get it set up right the first time. But yeah, it is a really easy piece of software to use once you get the hang of it. And then of course, you know, invoice department, you might want to change that to like your, you know, your company name and sales or something like that. But nonetheless, Invoice Ninja version 5 is the way to go. You know, maybe someone a little bit more technically advanced can get the first Docker container set up, but I don't know what its problem was. You know, it's we got the database connected, we set up the subdomain for it, but yeah, nonetheless, we have it up and running, which is great, and it is secured and it is publicly accessible. So that is a thing of beauty, in my opinion. And can we see? Yeah, we can't see the SSL certificate, but nonetheless, there we are. We have Invoice Ninja set up. Now, if you want to create an invoice, super simple. Just create a new client, a client, a client. Currency we'll set as CAD, save, and then here, this is where you add an item. So you can either do a new product, it's a product, price $9,000, and we'll call this a service and save. So there we go. We've got our first item added. You can do PO numbers. You can set discounts on here. So if I wanted to set a 10% discount, it'll go ahead and subtract the $900 from the $9,000 and brings the total down to $8,100. Now, just really quickly, in case some of you were asking, can this do taxes? Yes, it does calculate taxes. You just have to go into tax settings here. Invoice tax rates. In my province, we have a provincial sales tax and then a government sales tax. So I need to do two taxes. The first tax rate, oh, what's it doing here? Default tax rate. Why is it letting me doing that? Yeah, two tax rates. New tax rate, name. So this is GST. That is 5%. Okay, tax settings, new tax rate, GST, and that is 7%. Oh no, I have this backwards. GST is 5%. Oh, and I've already done that one. PST is 7%. Okay, so if we go back to invoices, oh, I didn't save it. Okay, so go back to invoices here. We're going to bill a client. We're going to select our product for $9,000. And, well, the taxes didn't come up. Okay, here, we're going to save this. I'm going to go back to settings, tax settings, two tax rates, GST and PST, save, invoices, go to our draft, and here we set our GST and our PST. And would you look at that? It brings it up to $10,000. We've got a subtotal of $1,000, and yeah. Oh, we didn't set our discount. Let's set our discount to 1%. We'll do 10%. And here it's dropped it down to $90.72. Click Save. And then from the side here, we can actually view the PDF. And it tells us how much in taxes is being charged, and the total, as well as the 10% discount. And then here you can even download it. Yes, allow. And then if I open this guy up here, it brings it up here in preview. So, and then here you can actually design your invoice templates to be how you'd like them. So it can have your logo, You can have your company name, address, all that fun stuff. And they do offer quite a number of templates that you can use right out of the box. So yeah, with all that said and done, and then of course here, we have quotes, we have credits, you can do projects, you can set tasks, you can set up your vendors, your purchase orders, set your expenses, and then transactions, what's this here? You can do your bank transactions. And in some cases, if you're in the States, you can actually connect your bank to Invoice Ninja to import your statements and then delegate them through the transactions tab here, how you see fit. But yeah, with all that said and done, I think I'm going to end the video here. It went a lot longer than I expected. But nonetheless, it is up and running. It is fairly easy to get up and running using version 5. I guess I've just had really good luck with the version that I'm using through Web Hosting Canada. And like I said, I will leave an affiliate link down below in the description. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion who made this, that suggestion. I appreciate you. And yeah, it just kind of hit home for me because I use Invoice Ninja on the regular. So I would bring it up, but I have sensitive customer information on there that I can't display. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. I apologize for the missteps in the beginning with the first Docker container, but like I said, I like leaving in all of my errors and trying to work through them. If someone knows how to get the first Docker container running, please let me know down in the comments, and I will try and do a follow-up video on that. But anyways, hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you in the next one.